All right, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I hope Megatami Linuda, you are taking good care of yourselves. Okay. Um, so today I don't have my usual system. I'm traveling, so I don't have my desktop, which on which I usually record my lessons. So bear with me. I'm just gonna use this one as long as I'm out and about. Okay. All right. So, Agba, I want us to do a few things. So, me, Mia, we learn how to use a link, right? I remember we said my favorite links in the last assignment. When you click on it, it will take you to some website, right? So we're um, in this lesson me akpọwa like how you can even use that to navigate within your own web page, right? So here I'm gonna try to make this one. So this is a normal link, right? We are going to a normal link. um, we just click on W3 schools, right? And we're just going to there. Now, next one, if I change this to blank, it will open this website in a new browser, like a new browser tab. For example, if you, let's say you are here, this is our website. If you click on the link, it will open a new one of this. Okay, so you open a new, it will open, I don't know if you can see it, but um, this will open a new tab on your browser. Okay, all right, we'll go through all of this. So I just wanted to go through because I'm recording on your Mac. File size is getting too big, so this lesson will be short, but I'll try to cover a lot of things so that we don't waste too much data. Okay, all right. So if you put this target, you will make this website open in a separate tab. It won't open in your current tab. Okay, all right. And also, if you we are trying to make an image clickable. So if you have an image inside your um, your website, like here, you remember how we put IM as image tag here, window image. Then I put some style here. Actually, I can put this style from here. I'll take this style from out of here, and then I'm gonna put all of this inside our HTML tag because we don't want to do this anymore. So I'll take this out, and this is our HTML tag, and I'm going to put it, I'll just say img, then I'll put it here. So, all right, so that is our img. I'll save this. Okay, so to make anything clickable, just put it inside your a tag. So for example, if you want to or image here clickable, like if someone click on the image or open some other thing or website or something, you put it inside an a tag. Okay, so as your lesson tonight, Jagba na recreate a link and then make an image clickable. Okay, just put some image in there and make it clickable. Um, so and then here I put a link here, another link here, which points to a new page, like a new file in my web page. Okay, for example, I'm gonna create um, this simple HTML document here, which I call lesson 5.2. So this is lesson 5.1. So if I want to navigate to lesson 5.2, I just put a p tag says to learn more about me. Then I I put the a tag inside the paragraph tag, the p tag, and then I said click here. Okay, so let me see if I can open this in the browser. Let me see if my recorder will help me. Oh no, that's not what I want. Oh no. Try it. Let's see if we can get this done so that I can. Okay. Can you guys? I don't know if you guys can see this, but let me see. All right. Well, if you can see this screen, awesome. So, in let me just go back to. Let me go back to my. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, so I made this. So we have this clickable. So this word clickable, no click here. If you say click here, no click here, it's because it's inside this a tag. It will take you to lesson 5 lesson 5-2.html, which is this file. Okay, which is this file. All right, so let me keep going. So if you also want to you can, let me just do that. If you want to go to a specific section inside your current page, like we are on this page right now, right? We are inside lesson 5.html. So if I want to navigate, I'll move to another some section inside the same page. This is the example. So I use href instead of saying, oh, go to www.google.com. I'm saying href, go to some ID. So remember, but me strong is an ID class. ID starts with hash and then the name of the ID. So this ID is T01, which is table 01, which is here. So with that, so I'm telling the computer, but now I'm gonna click on this A tag, this anchor tag, A tag here. It should go to the item ID number T01, which is this table, okay. So that is how you make use of the tag to navigate between different pages of your website or within the same page on your website. Miss Strong Marvel. So this is how you do it within the same page using ID of some element or class of some element. Okay, so here we are using an ID. This is the ID T01. Okay, and here we are using HTML lesson 5.2.html because when if you click on this, I go to the next page. That's what I'm saying. Basically, I'm saying if you when I click on lesson when I click on this, take me to the next page. All right. So then let's see how we can create a table. Let me make some space here so we can see. Okay, so to create a table, first you have to use a table tag, right? Put in a table tag, and actually let me cut this out and let's do it together. So you have to create a table. First create a table tag, then inside the table tag you want to use you can put a table heading, right? So let's say, so every table has everything in a table is a row, right? Let me see. So everything in a table is a row. So tables have rows and columns, right? So in the HTML table, we want to have just rows. So let's say table row, right? Inside the table row, we can put something called heading if we want. But let's just do a table data. So this is the structure. To create a table, you have to define a table element, close, open. Then inside the table element, you have to create a table row, which is one row. Row move from your left to your right, right? Columns go from top to bottom. Rows left to right. So you create a row, and inside that row you put some table data, which is a TD. So for example, I would say So this is the structure of HTML, right? HTML table. So you can have as many table data as you want, as you now you should know that each of these table data is actually a column. It's actually a column um, in our table. All right. So every one of these is a column. Okay. So right now this table has one row but two columns, because the table TD stand for actually for column. So if I add one more TD, then now I have three columns but one row. So this table has only one row but three columns. So if I add another row again, table row, and inside that table row I add TD, I add this table data, that is another row, another column in the second row. And so usually tables are even. So if you have three rows here, you have to add three here, but you don't have to do that all the time. You can use something we call column span. Okay, what did I even put that? You can span it, so you have row span and column span. So if I want this, so these are three columns, right? If I want this to be to fill the three columns, just one of this to fill three columns, I just have to come here and style it and say row span, right? And oh wait, I just have to come here and say row span. So right now if I say row span, then I'm trying to tell it how many rows do you, or how many columns, rows do I want to span. A row moves from left to right, right? So if that means if I say row is going to go from top to bottom, left to right, I mean rows. But then I can also say if I say two, that means I want this column to cover two rows. That means it goes down two rows. I can also say call span, okay, and I can say three, because here if I say three, then it will cover the same space as three of these. If I say row span two, it will cover two rows, top, bottom. If I say column span, it will cover columns left to right. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a minute. Okay, so that is how you use it. So here we can add row span, column span, and it will change the width of the items. Now I'm trying to tell you that you have to practice these things. So if you go create a table and play with call span and row span and see how it behaves. Okay, all right. So now let me just recreate the table I had before. This is the table I had before. So this table has a caption which is at the top of the table. So table title, and I just say monthly savings. Then I says then I use a table heading. Okay, we didn't use a heading in the last example, but a heading th is just the heading of the table. Okay, and the heading of the table is just the heading, like a table. Every table has a heading, right? Let me see if I can pull up. Okay, here I don't know if you can see this because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so table heading is just the heading, so first name, last name, age. Okay, then so this table heading, because it is a column also, remember this is a row, tr is a row, and the table head and table data td and th are columns. So this th first name will match with the td here, Yao, and td last name, th last name here will match with td Senyu, and then th age will match with td 50. And you only need one table heading, right? Table head, column and a head. Column can have one heading, then the rest are just data, right? Just information inside the table. You don't need more than two of these table headings. You just need one heading. So that's how I created it. Now, last time out, we quickly covered something we called the um, external style CSS file, right? So here I linked it here. So you remember we learned how to link a style sheet. So this is how I link this one. I call it style.css because this file is called style.css. And here I use a class name for my table. So you remember here, this is a class name, table class. I use dots for table class. Now in the bottom, I use the table ID. I use table and then ID, and then I give it this end child even and odd. I'm just changing the color of odd or um, even table rows. I don't know if this recording is working well. So this is what we are going to learn. We are learning. Okay. I'm going to try and see if this goes through well, and then I'll make the second video. Then we'll show this on a web page. Okay. So I will talk to you guys soon, and please go practice these things. Um, look at these things in the video and try to recreate them on your computer. Okay. Now, this image here, you can just put your own image there. Okay, let me add image into web page. So just add an image to the web page. Okay, all right, thank you, and I'll talk to you in the next one.